Everybody eats, B.
Everybody can eat.
Because everybody eats.
I'ma eat regardless. That don't mean nothing.
Everybody eats.
Everybody eats.
Alright, what's up, y'all? I'm back. This video, I'm gonna talk about accountability. Because in a few videos prior, I keep making references to being a 27-year-old grown man with no license and no car.
I became a broke nigga.
And I live with my mother.
Living at your mama house, running around on the streets like a little ass boy.
I don't live underneath my mother's roof. I pay my own bills. I pay my way. I pay rent. I put in for the rent. I put in for, everything else. I know everybody's perception of what a 27-year-old man, grown man's life should look like. He should have a 6-figure job, his own crib, whether that be a house, an apartment, a condo. He should have his own everything. He should have a car. Unless you live in New York City, where a car isn't needed. I live in Jersey. A car is needed. To an extent, a car is needed. Especially because NJ Transit, horrible. That's why I should have been got a car, but
this shit gonna have to stop.
It goes back to accountability. I can't just blame people because of where my life is at and the things that I've chose to do. I've got to be accountable for those things. Me not going to, the college that I got accepted to, that wasn't anybody else's fault. Even though somebody was supposed to pay for me to go, because they had the funds to pay for me to go, had I was on top of my shit as far as with my grades and my behavior all throughout high school, I wouldn't have had that issue. I would have got more grants and, everything else, maybe a scholarship, if my academics were consistently well. That's on me. That is on me. All of that is on me. And some people just need to accept that. Where you at in your life is because of you. This isn't like 50, 60 plus years ago where it wasn't really in our hands. And I'm speaking about black people. It wasn't in our hands. We're in 2025. And I would say for a good amount of time, we've had information available to us. We can find ways to succeed without begging or having our hand out or start blaming people because we can't get to where we want to be or where we need to be. So as a black man in America in 2025, I have to accept where I'm at in life because I didn't take advantage of the things that were available to me and given to me. I had a better situation than a black male that lived in the hood and grew up in the hood. I grew up in a middle-class suburban area. I have both parents in my life. My older brothers, they're not criminals. They're not drug addicts. They're not alcoholics. Most you could call us is assholes. But all three of us, no criminal records, no criminal resume background, no gang affiliations, nothing. And with all that, I'm still working at a retail job.
We make more money than you, nigga.
I've made between $35,000 to $40,000.
We sit here and make more money than you.
Which, in the grand scheme of things, is regular and it's normal. It's not bad. But the way perception is of what a 27-year-old grown man is supposed to have, people are like, well, you should be making $70,000 minimum.
Get your money up, not your funny up.
It's not going to be realistic today. And it's not going to be realistic real soon. It's probably going to get worse. The way things are panning out as far as leadership in this country and so many other factors. That falls back on me. If I was on top of my shit, I wouldn't have to worry about that. Instead, I was too busy being a male attention whore, being a class clown, an asshole. I'm chasing around women.
Like, bruh, what happened? They said you had the hose.
It's a lot going on. People need to start early on accountability, especially black men. We keep throwing all this shit at women and shitting on women and women need to be accountable. No, brother, you need to be accountable. We need to be accountable. We need to do better. That's across the board, not just black men, but men as a whole. We need to do better and hold ourselves and each other to a higher standard. We be sitting here complaining about why a woman don't want to go 50-50, why this woman won't do this, why women do OnlyFans.
You all in other niggas' business. Go mind your business, though.
We are not putting in the amount of work we need to be putting in, and we not disciplined. Niggas is running around mad horny.
Show me your vagina, I'm gonna crash out.
You sitting here flabbergasted and mad because some chick is on OnlyFans making 100,000 a month. You get mad at that. There's some of them getting mad that they even making 2,000, 3,000 a month. You need to stop being mad at those women. Be mad at the horny ass niggas buying the subscriptions.
We need to stay away from these niggas.
Guess what? You looking at one that used to do it.
What the fuck did you just say to me, little motherfucker?
I used to do it. OnlyFans, Cam Soda.
This is a sick Negro.
You scroll down to my first 2 videos. That's my first 2 videos. How I beat those addictions. I used to have a heavy porn addiction.
Brother,
You gotta call it corn because you can't call it the other thing on YouTube. But it was heavy. And I had to beat those things myself. I had to go cold turkey myself. Now that doesn't mean I overall stopped watching corn. I stopped paying for it.
Why? Just why? Just why? Why, bro? Just why?
That's where the real addiction comes in. Once you start paying for it. You start paying for personalized adult entertainment. That's where the real addiction comes in. But that's where discipline comes in. You upset about this? Guess what? Be more disciplined. Create better habits. Get outside. You're not going to beat that addiction just sitting in the house all day. You need to get outside. You need to go do things. And that doesn't mean go outside and be horny. It means go outside and be productive. Just go for a regular walk. Get your mind right. This mindset applies to money. Once you become disciplined and you start building these habits, how you manage your money will become way easier. It really starts up here first. This brain can't control your dick. You have a problem.
unacceptable. It's out of bounds. God is not, he's unpleased. Allah is unpleased with you, brother.
Because if this can't control your dick, this can't control your wallet either. It won't control your heart, nothing. If this can't control shit, you're fried. You are cooked. It starts up here. If you don't get this right and build good habits, everything is going to be out of control. This is speaking from experience. Everything in your life will be out of control if you don't have this in order. If this ain't functioning right, everything is going to be out of order. Everything. Business, if you got a job, your love life, everything will be chaotic because this ain't right. People say emotional intelligence is a big thing. It is a big thing, but emotional discipline, you need the discipline to know how to sit back and think your decisions through. Accountability, the discipline, everything, it ties back to money. Everything I brought up was to try to relate and let people know my story because I've done all this stupid shit. I had to really live and learn. Thank God I'm still young enough. Some people don't live and learn and they just continue doing the wild shit. That's my message to y'all, man. Get this in order right here. Get this in order right here. Start taking accountability. Get your mind right. Because without accountability and getting your mind right, don't even think you're going to become successful. Don't even think you're going to become a millionaire, a billionaire, whatever an heir you think you could become. You can't become that without those two things. If you wasn't born into money, into wealth, into being rich, you need those two things: accountability and discipline.